Get them heavy metal horns out because we are heading to Brazil for this one. Steve Bernard coming in with some Attomica. We've done quite a bit of, well, I'd say a fair amount of Brazilian thrash metal, and today we're doing Attomica. And I know we've mentioned them several times, but Steve Bernard says you got to do a song called Deathraiser. Or, yeah, Deathraiser, right? And that is the #1 jammer. Look at that old school artwork right there. Isn't that fantastic and wonderful? We're going to learn about Attomica, then we're going to listen to the #1 track that they have here, Deathraiser. So if you're ready, I'm ready. I'm totally down, guys. I'm totally down, totally hip for this. So let's do it. Attomica, they have 3,648 monthly listeners to the Spotify account. Top 5 jams, the top 4 of them come from that record right there. What is that record called? Disturbing the Noise. 1991. So these guys are old school. In the #1 slot, the song we are doing here today, 223,330 plays on that, Deathraiser. In the second slot from the same record, The Chainsaw, 59,000 plays. Third slot, Ways of Death, 48,000 plays. Violence and Terror, 32,000 plays. Then to a different record for a song called Bloodbath, 29,000 plays. Now we're going to get into them albums, see what this band has released throughout their career. Okay, it looks like 1987 they put out a self-titled album called Attomica. Then you've got 1989, Limits of Insanity. The record that we are doing here today, 1991's Disturbing the Noise. Then a huge gap in time, and then you got 2004's Back and Alive. And that's apropos, that's what you name your album when you've been gone for so long, right? And then you've got 2012's 4, and then you've got The Trick from 2018. So are these guys still at it? They still going? They still working on some stuff? That tells me they might be doing something. They might be getting something together. Now we're going to look into them related artists. This will take us down a rabbit hole of other bands maybe to check out. Maybe Attomica has toured with these bands. They've played shows with these bands. If Attomica is on some kind of playlist, maybe these bands are on there as well. You've got MX. Whiplash, we've mentioned them so many times. I think we've done some Whiplash. Gamacide, you bet you we've done Gamacide. Hyrax, old school Bay Area thrash band back there with all the rest of them, Exodus and everybody else. Sacrifice, we've done them on the first listens. Toxic, we've done on the first listens. Violence, you bet your sweet juicies. I went back and listened to that first record from Violence, and it holds up just as well as it ever did. Iron Angel, Protector, Evil Dead, we've done them on the first listens. Numbskull, we've mentioned them a lot. Living Death, you betcha we've done them on the first listens. So that is the related artist for the band. Now we're going to get into that bio and see what this band's all about. And you got 3 gents here. Don't you just love that logo? It's an absolutely stunning, beautiful logo. And you got the 3 gents. It's a trio, a triage, an ensemble triplete. And I guess it's called the You Bet Tour. So I hope if we're saying, they're looking at me and I'm saying, are you guys still in a band? And they're saying, you bet. Let's hope for that. Attomica was founded in São dos Campos, Brazil in 1985 by guitarist João Paulo Francis and drummer Mario Sanfuji, with vocalist Larte Per and brother Paida guitar and Andre Rod bass joining soon after. Their modest ambition was to become the fastest heavy metal band in the world. That's a small ambition, right? And Attomica's talent certainly improved at an amazingly fast rate, quickly evolving from the raw songs and Portuguese lyrics presented in their initial shows and 1986 demo for a far more accomplished speed thrash style and English song lyrics on their eponymous debut album in 1987. Following its release by the tiny Equinox label, the group immediately headed out on tour, visiting many of Brazil's major cities and greatly expanding their fan base in the process. So there you have that. What does it say here about Thor? You know the rocker Thor? But the experience drove a wedge between the musicians and singer Per, who quit as soon as they returned home. Attomica quickly found a replacement in ex-Thor singer Fabio Moreira. So maybe Thor was another band, a metal band, but of course we all know Thor as the barbarian singer, right? The barbarian man singer. He would blow up hot water bottles. It was I remember the hot water bottle, the tub water bottle being Mama's. Relax. Mama needs to go in and relax. She's got a cup of whiskey in her hot water bottle, and Mama's in there for a while, and she's a grunting and a groaning. It is that time, my friends. We're going to get into the song for Steve Bernard right here, right now. Deathraiser. They should make a movie about something like that. Hellraiser, Deathraiser, that'd be fun. This is the Magic Titty Tool, takes us into the world of Atomica and their song Deathraiser. If you're ready, I'm ready. Let's go for it right here, right now. Let's do it. Up. Boom, 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 boom. Anytime I hear this kind of stuff, it reminds me of a Hell Await Slayer, you know? You gotta stop it. They ain't lying about that speed thing, right? Yeah, they're laying it down Slayer style. Almost like a Kerry King-ish solo, too. They're throwing all the riffs in there. It's got a nice rawness to it, old school. For them going English lyrics, I can understand it pretty damn good. I mean, it's furious fire. It's fast. It's furious. Slayer, #1 influence on these guys. Even the way he's pronunciating the words sounds like Tom Araya style. Those pauses always scare me. Now, this is some dudes in a room together. Rolling, hit it. Maybe they get solo overlays. They're going for a fade. Yep. Keep on rocking there, Atomica. Harry's here. Yeah, that. Ooh. The chainsaw. This is some dudes that are cutting their teeth. They're into this new thing called thrash metal. You know, it's only been around a short period of time. What this is from, like, what, 1991. So they found a style that they highly enjoy. They're taking advantage of it, and they're going by the influences that influence them. I could hear a lot of Slayer influence in there. Of course, it was Atomica's own style. But what say you? Most important part of my videos, as always, is where you get in the comments. You say, hold your ass, Shane. I'm going to tell you what I think, because I have the right answer here and you have the wrong answers. So you can get in the comments below and tell me these things. Good, great, fantastic. Shane, I'm a huge fan of Attomica. I'm just like Steve Bernard. I love Attomica. What do you think of this album? What do you think of these songs? What are your all-time favorite albums from these guys? Are they still around? Are they still doing it? Still going for it? Are they getting back together right here, right now? Are they watching this review and saying, oh my God, it's time to get back together, guys? Or are they back together? Have you ever seen Atomica live, and can you tell me the stories about that? I love it when people get in the comments and they tell me how the music has directly affected them in one way or another. The moment they heard an Atomica song, the moment they said, this is my favorite band, the moment they saw them live for the very first time, who might they played those shows with. All of that can be put there. Or you can say, not good, not great. Shane, it was thrashy, it was rockin', I get it. Young dudes cutting their teeth on the old hard rock, the old thrash rock, I get it. It was just not my cup of tea. I like this kind of music, but it just wasn't for me. So I wish them all the best. I hope they're still together. I hope they're still doing well. I hope they're all alive and well. But not my cup of tea. Don't want it. Don't need it. I'm out of here. All of that can be put in the comments below. Don't you know? You find fine folks out there. Do you like to hunt down all this unknown music? You know, Steve Bernard knew who this was, but I knew the name. Now I've got a bigger taste. It's always nice to go back and listen to those records too. There's so much music out there that's fantastic that you didn't even know existed. And that's what we try to do here, is bring some of that to light. So you can get in those comments and tell me if you have a hard rock or heavy metal special request and you're saying, I'd like to see mine on there. I've got a couple of good choices. Hit one of them links in the description below, or you can put it in the comments. If you put it in the comments, I see it, I like it. We haven't done it on the channel. I'll hit it with a heart and tell you I'm going to do your request. That's how you know that at some point in the near future, my request is coming up on the channel, okay? That's all I got. Atomica. Steve, here's your kiss.